everyone, it's a pleasure to have you guys here today for my first YouTube video and YouTube channel. My name is Zubair Badula. I'm a first year medical student studying at Semmelweis University in Budapest, Hungary. And sorry for my voice, I am kind of sick right now. This is the second time I'm doing this whole video. I filmed the whole video yesterday, but I forgot that the mic was turned off the whole time. So this time, as they say, second one is the charm, I guess. Today's video is focused on medicine and medical universities in Hungary and Central Europe, basically. And if ever you're interested in studying, I hope this video is for you guys as well. It is also targeted for those freshmen coming in September. So I will be covering a list of topics. For example, why did I choose to study in Hungary? How long is the study for medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy here? How did I apply? How did I find the entrance exam? What are the websites you'll be using most often during your academic years here? What are the subjects taught in first year? How is the exam period structured? What are the facilities offered? And accommodation, campus life, and just basically how to prepare for first year. So I'll be covering all of these in this video. There are timestamps below if you guys want to skip to whatever part interests you, but I recommend, stay from the very beginning, I did make a script just so as, I don't go out of subject and just keep it concise and everything needed. So basically a little bit about me is I'm from a tropical island called Mauritius. If you guys don't know, it's in the Indian Ocean next to Madagascar. I remember when I first came here, this girl came to me on the first day of university and asked if I came by boat from Mauritius to Europe. No, we have airplanes. We have a big airport as well. So no, I did not come by boat to Europe. And I speak English, French, and Creole. And Creole is my mother tongue, which is just a mixture of English and French. Yeah. I know a bit of Hungarian as well, since in first year it's compulsory to take Hungarian courses, which is nice. The language is very difficult, personally, but I feel if you do have Hungarian friends, it just makes it more easier. It is what it is, Okay, so basically, before I begin, in the description below, I've included all the WhatsApp link groups for any medical students, dentistry, and pharmacy students that are starting in September at Semmelweis University. You guys can directly join the group. I recommend it, all information about what's happening during the first year will be sent there. As well as I've included a Google Drive link below, which contains all the study notes, resources, textbooks that you guys will need in first year, clubs that you can join. For example, I'm a member of the International Students of Semmelweis University Association. So basically so there's many jobs offered in that association. So basically it's a student association. Yeah, we cater for international students. So whatever questions you have, we're always here to help. I'm part of social media, so I promote the ISA's Instagram page, which will be linked below. I recommend you guys follow it. If ever you guys throughout the years have any issues, we are the ones that will be helping you throughout everything. So why did I choose to study in Hungary? So I completed my A-levels during COVID. So my options were very limited back then to where I wanted to study abroad. But then luckily, my dad's friend's daughter was at Semmelweis University, and I got in contact with her, and then she sent me all the details that I needed, university's website, and it was very affordable compared to how it was in Western Europe, like the UK or Ireland, where it is very expensive for international students. And once the lockdown was lifted in my country, I flew to Budapest and just visited it, the university, the city itself, and I just loved it. And I don't regret coming here. It's one of the best decisions I've made. I met amazing people, individuals who are so intellectual, so open-minded, and it's just been a crazy journey. My first year has been amazing, and I don't regret anything. I'm so glad that I ended up here. I think it was just... it's worth to be noted that there are 4 medical universities in Hungary. Obviously, in the capital, Budapest, there's Semmelweis. There is Debrecen, Szeged, and Pécs as well. These universities are just as good, but just cheaper, since they're not in the capital. And I have many friends from there as well. Maybe in the future, I'll invite them, to make a video and just to explain how the system is in Semmelweis and these other universities, because the curriculum is very different. For example, in Semmelweis, in first year, we complete the whole anatomy syllabus. So upper limb, lower limb, thorax, internal organs, neuroanatomy, everything in first year, basically. Whereas at Szeged, it's 2 years. So if ever you guys are interested to study medicine, I advise you check all the 4 universities' website and see which one fits you. How long is the study for medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy? So medicine is 6 years in Hungary. Dentistry and pharmacy is 5 years. And the fees that I pay for medicine is $18,200 per year. And it's a bit less for dentistry and pharmacy. But you guys can check this all in the university's website, which will be linked right below. How did I apply? Okay, many students have been writing me on Instagram that do I need to get an agent or not? No. You can basically just apply directly on the university's website. There is a link called Semaphore, and I'll link it right below. This is the university's portal where students send their application, and you have to pay 350 USD dollars for the admission fee. And yeah, it's very simple. You don't need an agent, you don't need anyone, you just apply directly through the system. And there is an entrance exam. So how the entrance exam works is there is a written and an oral part. The written consists of only biology and chemistry questions. It's MCQ, everything is MCQ, with English section as well. So you don't need to sit for IELTS, for example. Furthermore, the oral part is just basically the interview. And how it works is the examiner will ask you biology and chemistry questions in the interview, as well as the generic questions they usually ask, like, why medicine, why Hungary, why Semmelweis. I did biology, chemistry, and math at higher level, so everything that was in the entrance exam was covered in high school. So I personally did not find it difficult, and my examiner was really nice. I was very lucky with my examiner. So the oral part really depends on who you get. I got an amazing examiner. He was really nice and very understanding. What are the websites you'll be using most often? Okay, so I will show you guys on the screen. Okay, so now we're on the Semmelweis University's website. So you just go in English, and right at the top you'll have Neptune and Moodle. These will be the main places that you'll be using throughout your years. So if I click on Neptune, student access. So let me just my student access. There you go. So this is how the page looks like, and exactly you can it's the main purpose of this is where you can register for your exams, for your subjects, your studies, your class schedule, your grade average, the curriculum, everything is on there. Yeah. And here's also where you make your payment, tuition fee payments. If you ever need to register to go to the hospital, you can just book an appointment here. Your student card request, everything is right there. So as you can see, this is Moodle. You click on CK login. Okay. There you go. So the lecturers will upload their lectures right there. All your written exams will also be done on that website. And all the written exams are MCQ. What subjects are taught in first year? But the main subjects you're taught in first year is anatomy, biophysics, histology, and biochemistry. These are the four main ones. There are subjects as well, like medical communication, medical chemistry, patient care, all these different subjects during the exam period, which we have two exam periods, one in November, December, and May, June, July. These will be the main subjects that you guys will be sitting for. And how the exam works is most of the subjects have a written and an oral. You need to pass the written exam to be able to go to the oral part, obviously. All the written exams are done on the computer. You don't have paper. So you get your results instantly. So how is the grading system in Hungary is from 1 to 5. 1 is a fail, 2 is a pass, 3 is good, 4 is very good, and 5 is excellent. So this is how they grade you on every exam. And you have midterms throughout the semester, and I advise you guys to work very hard for your midterm because they help you for the exam. You get a lot of exemptions. For example, in the first semester for anatomy, if you got an average of 4 or 5 in your 2 midterms, you get a full exemption in the oral exam. So you just sit the written and that's it, which is very good. I'm not gonna lie, oral exam is tough here. So if you guys work hard for your midterms, it should be fine. And during the exam period, every exam that you take has 3 retakes. And the third retake, you have to pay, basically. And what are the facilities offered? So Semmelweis has 2 universities which are open 24/7. One is in the EOK building, the one is in Calvin. So Calvin is another district. It's 20 minutes by tram. And you can also join clubs. There's many clubs. I joined the Zumba club and the hiking club. Did I ever go for it? No, because I did not have free time. Most of my time was just studying, to be honest, or whenever I had a free time, I'll just hang out with my friends. But I also joined the ISA. So ISA stands for International Students of Semmelweis University Association, which is an association represented by the university which caters for all international students. So if ever you guys have any issues, when it comes to exams, registration, or just in regular anything, you message us basically. So I will have their Instagram. I recommend all of you guys to follow ISA because they will be the first people to contact you and first people to help you with throughout anything, You get paid for it. So yeah. Accommodation. Okay, so I personally found my apartment on Facebook. Side note, please, if you guys are using Facebook, you guys should make your deposit when you finish visiting the apartment. I have many of you guys that DM me on Instagram saying that you guys just lost your deposit because you trusted the person and you didn't physically visit the apartment. Sadly, there are many scams on Facebook, but if you visit the apartment physically, it should be fine. There's also Semmelweis housing, which a couple of my friends use, which is very reliable. It's run by the university itself, so you won't have any issues. Or what most students opt for is Dean's College Hotel. It's right opposite Semmelweis. And I have my best friend, who I called her, and you guys can just listen to her advice on her first year living in Dean's.
So I wanted your opinion on Dean's College Hotel, like accommodation wise. How did you find the first year living there?
I'm literally making like something for my cough right now. But enjoy.
I have a cough as well. I think it was because yesterday was very cold when I went at night. The constellation thing.
Oh, how was it? Oh, wait, later. Okay.
Again, yes. Yeah.
Dean's was resourceful, I would say, in my first year because it has everything you need, and because most students are going to be new to the country, they're not really going to know where to get their things or have some of their things. So Dean's has a lot of it already. They have a 24/7 reception, so someone's always on call. The rent is a little on the higher side if we're looking at the space it provides, because I was in 2 different rooms in Dean's, 3 actually, and it was not worth it for the space I was getting. But I would definitely say that in your first semester or even first year, while you're still getting to know the place, it's pretty awesome. And most of the kids just hang out there. There are like 3 personal study rooms and 2 community rooms. So it's pretty nice. There's always someone there to study with, and even their lobby has like an environment where you can study. Everyone's always there, and they have a laundry room to the dryer, so you don't have to worry about drying your clothes in the winter. And they have a pretty nice rooftop, so it's pretty nice.
And they have the gym as well, right?
Oh yes, and they have a gym as well. But don't invest long term there because there are better places outside. But as a beginner, Dean's is pretty nice. Yeah.
Perfect.
How is campus life in Semmelweis? I had the opportunity to be on a podcast channel called Med Chats, and there I went in detail about the campus life, the amount of exposure I got just in being in first year. I got to watch surgeries. All that stuff is all covered in that podcast. So I will link it right below the Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you guys listen to podcasts. I spoke in detail about Semmelweis there, so you guys should definitely check it out. And finally, how to prepare for first year. Okay, for first year starting, I would recommend you enjoy your summer as much as you can, because once you start in September, the workload is a lot. Personally, for me, first semester was not that difficult because many of the subjects I had were done in high school. Like chemistry, biology, cell science was all covered in high school, so that was fine. But second semester was, I would say, really rough. And the amount of content you have to memorize in a few weeks, the amount of tests, midterms you have, it's a lot. So I would definitely recommend to, once you start in September, always be disciplined. Don't leave anything for the last minute, whether it's exams or anything. Just, every day, just whatever lectures you attend, review all the material. Attending lectures, I would say, it depends on the subject. Like, for example, in first semester, there's this subject called cell science, which is at the net building. And net building is like 20 minutes by walk around-ish. And imagine, it's at 8 a.m., first class in the morning. Lectures, not gonna lie, are kind of boring. It's long, it's tedious. So I went through every lecture, but it didn't actually help me for my exam. I basically just did past papers. For example, anatomy, go for all the lectures, most of them. It's very helpful. But history as well, and biochem as well. Yeah, so I would say first year, if once you get your schedule, just work throughout that schedule, Like my schedule is very good. It started from 8 a.m. and I finished 4 p.m. And only twice a week I had classes that finished 8 p.m. So it's pretty chill. And I had a lot of free time to, study, go to the gym, just be productive and just, have my hobbies. So you will have time to dedicate time for your hobbies. It's not like as if just study, study, study. I have friends who just do that, but I just don't recommend it because just for your mental health, it's always good to, kind of distract yourself from studying because you will be studying for the next 6 years. So it's good if you have a good routine, a good habit of, learning how to just relax. The Semmelweis provides scholarships. So I'm just going to read directly through the website, Semmelweis website, on what they say on scholarships. So there's only one available Hungarian scholarship available to select countries. Citizens of different countries are entitled to different scholarship opportunities. By going to the Stipendium Hungarian website, one may view the scholarship programs available for them. If a scholarship to study medicine at Semmelweis is available, the person will have to apply through Stipendium by following the steps. The scholarship will pay for your university fees for the duration of your studies, health insurance, accommodation, or 40,000 Hungarian forints, an additional 40,000 Hungarian monthly pocket money allowance. You are also allowed 1 extra year of free studies if needed. To keep receiving the scholarship, a person will have to at least collect 50% of credits per semester. A person may also apply to study Hungarian at a Hungarian institute through Stipendium in hopes of studying medicine later on, possibly in Hungarian. Okay, it's also worth to mention that there are also other health science universities in Budapest that you can do your postgraduate studies there. You can also study various non-medical fields in English in Budapest itself, like physiotherapy, nursing, optometry, midwifery, etc. Does Semmelweis accept transfers? Hungary does not accept international transfers. If one is already studying in their home country and would like to study in Hungary, they would have to apply as a first year. Once accepted, a newly transferred student may submit their transcript, grade, and curriculum of a certain subject to the head of the department in hopes of getting exempted from the course. Prospective applicants who already have a Bachelor of Science may apply to Semmelweis with their degree, and if accepted, they may also apply for exemptions the same way. Note that exemptions are not guaranteed and are subject to the aforementioned rules. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was very fruitful and you guys gained a lot of insight. If I did not cover any specific topics, please mention it in the comment below. I will 100% reply to you guys as soon as possible. And I will also link my TikTok and Instagram page so you guys can DM me directly there as well. I'm very active on Instagram, so you guys will have a faster response. I will also link Issa's page as well, since we have a whole team of people here to help you guys. So yeah, so thank you very much, and I hope you guys stay for the next video that's coming soon.